So this is the moment we've been waiting for, the 2018 Environmental Award, and we're here in Furmo Beach, and it's very important that we all get active and going with the environment before we lose the environment.
Protect,
So
protect, protect.
protect, protect, protect. So we're looking forward for this evening. So yeah, thank you to our sponsors for making this happen. Wendy and Molly. Sorry, Molly couldn't be here, but we appreciate so much, so much, so much, so much. So thank you for having us.
Thank you, Elsie.
Seems really appropriate for DLC, doesn't it? For decades, you probably know Sir Richard Branson. Unfortunately, he was supposed to be with us tonight via some technology that didn't work, and we really apologize for that. Technology is wonderful when it works. When it doesn't, it's not so good. But he does send his warm greetings, and he did send two really important emissaries tonight, which I'll introduce in just a moment. For decades, Sir Richard has demonstrated his passion for and commitment to the environment, and causes and actions that have a profound impact on the way in which we live and interact with nature. Across all business sectors, he has consistently worked with businesses and corporations around the world to solve problems related to pollution and sustainability. Accepting this award on behalf of Sir Richard are two really interesting and exciting, really neat young people. They are his personal emissaries. Angela Burnett Penn. Angela, if you would come join me, please. And our colleague Gumption, and you can explain that. Angela, and these guys are just really incredible. They're so young. Angela is the climate change officer at the Ministry for Natural Resources and Labor for the government of the Virgin Islands. So really important. As I mentioned, she's a very accomplished young woman. She's done a ton of stuff that I could stand here for a really long time and you would boo me off the podium if I went through all these things. But trust me, you can talk to her. Her bio is available. Probably one of the more important things, or at least one of the things that impressed me, was the book that she wrote. And there's a poster out in the other room, and it chronicles what happened to the people of the Virgin Islands when Irma hit in September of 2017. And it's a compilation of all of the stories, and it's really compelling from what I understand. I want to read it. I want to get a copy. Did you bring copies with you so you can sign them? Yes. Okay, good. I knew that was here. And it's really, and trust me, putting together a book is not a small accomplishment. And she's done a great job. Gumption, whose first name doesn't fit, apparently, is another really accomplished young man. And he was, as I understand it, the first recipient of Sir Richard's micro loans, and he started a business. He has a tourism business in the Virgin Islands. He's got boats, he's just all sorts of things, and he's been very, very successful. In fact, he even has a business card. Like that, huh? Right? You're right, and he'll be handing them out. No. The name of the company is See It Clear, SEA, and he's so successful that he has time to be an entrepreneur, a conservationist, and a humanitarian. So In Sir Richard's honor, we would like to present this award, and if you guys have a word or two, that would be just wonderful. And the award is over here on the right.
Oh, beautiful.
Is that very cool or what?
Oh. Who did it, I wonder?
Well, you know, like what it say, men to the left because someone always right. So I'm gonna let you go first.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everybody. It is such a pleasure to not only be here in Vero Beach, but to be here with you this evening as guest of the ELC. I could not imagine better hosts. We had the pleasure of going to the ELC yesterday, and it just warms my heart to see something like that happening here and that has been happening for such a long time. I think it's very important for young children and people of all ages to have the opportunity to connect with nature, because it's only when we connect that we care, and it's only when we care that we act. So ELC, thank you for all that you do, and please continue to do it. On behalf of Sir Richard Branson, I just want to thank you for recognizing him. I'm sure everybody is familiar with the wonderful work that he does for the environment globally, but I also want to let you know that he does a lot for the Virgin Islands, which is now his home, the British Virgin Islands. He is very much an advocate for protecting what we have there and takes action at every opportunity. Globally, one of the causes that's very important for me is his work on climate change, the Carbon War Room, and many other avenues. And the book, The Irma Diaries, is really a platform for me to share with the world voices from the front line. So people that are experiencing the impacts of climate change right now, not 100 years down the road. I woke up after Irma, Maria, and the worst flood in our history, which hit us a month before Irma, and realized that I could actually become a climate refugee. So please read the Irma Diaries, get connected on a personal level to the issue of climate change, and spread the word. 50% of the profits from the sale of that book will go directly to the Virgin Islands to help us rebuild and to build resilience in the future. So thank you so much.
Well, I can honestly say, between Richard's wife and my girlfriend, two of them gonna have a tug of war who house this is gonna be in. But this is definitely amazing. I'm quite not sure what I'm actually lucky of. Either one, being here on behalf of Sir Richie Branson, as I call him, or surviving the largest hurricane on planet Earth history. Regardless or not, if you think it's a myth or you think it's the government or whatever, that is having a physical impact on planet Earth, and it's very, 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 very sad. I'm 35 years old. When I was born in '83, that's when I think the energy saving bulb should have been invented and get it going. It's not too late, but do whatever you can to get it going. And I'm not too sure who owns the original quote, but it goes, we didn't inherit the world as our parents. It's a loan to us, to our children, meaning we have to pay it forward. We only here for a time, and it's our key responsibility. The ELC is very important. It started 30 years ago. That's a commitment that you guys have made. You guys have proved that what you're doing is working. I had a chance to go to the facility, and I have a lot of pointers I can take home to my very little country. That is 8.5 square mile population is between 4,500 and 5,000 that can help us go forward. And again, this is incredible. I want to thank you guys so much for being involved. You know, I am known as Gumption. That is not my real name. You have to watch my TED Talk. If you know TED, you have to watch my TED Talk. But because of the banks telling me no and all of that, what happened, we created a program called the Branson Center, where we have 25 other entrepreneurs who have brilliant ideas. And the key point before getting the check from the center, you have to be part of Business for Good. The businesses that's going to survive beyond 2018, beyond the 7th of April 2018, are the businesses that have a positive purpose beyond profit. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so sorry. One more thing.
I understand that you lost something in your travels. So we have a gift for you, and you can pull it out if you'd like to. And gumption. We have a backpack filled with educational materials. Understand you have a charity.
To help my community, I adopted a school on the 8th of January 2018. I used to adopt a student or two, but I just went and just did a whole school, 35 students, and they're between the age 4 and 13 of age. And the three things I ask of them is one, to know litter, keep up the good grades, and respect their parents and stuff. So it's been going pretty well. So as part of business, I started a movement called Pack for Purpose, where people who are future come down on my tours will save money. The money that they save, they can go to the local store. Things are just very literally just cheaper in USA. So before they come down, the money they save, they go to the store to get any little thing, and then we take it to, if management schools go, we find other schools within the community as well. It's very important.
Wow, this thing is heavy. And it's got a lot of schools of guys in it, so best wishes and thank you both for coming.